Hey guys, so today's video I'm going to show where you can get loads of free files to make up a ton of Necromunda, Warhammer, Kill Team sort of terrain for those kind of games. So this stuff is great. I've been using laser engravers quite some time now, absolutely awesome things. But the fact you can get a ton of free files to cut out a load of terrain is just great. So I'm going to show you just a second where I go to get all the pieces that you may have seen in the thumbnail. I can never tell because I haven't done the thumbnail yet.
So as you can see, back out in the shed, I need to move my desk out here and I can just have a full office. Unfortunately, my shed is, well, literally what you see and a little bit more. There's not a lot of room in here, but enough room for me to stick my laser engraver. But obviously, I won't show you this here. I'm going to show you this indoors. It was nice and warm where I took it out of the box. So let's go and check that part of the video out.
And this is the TOOCAA Nova, so it says smart laser engraver for home use. So I've been using them for a good few years now. I still can't believe I can have a laser in my own home. Yeah, this is one of those great ones where literally it works straight out of the box. The only thing I had to take out was some packaging inside the machine that had a few of the cables and leads and all the rest of it. But other than that, yeah, this thing out of the box, it's there, it's ready, it's all good to go, which is absolutely awesome. All you need to do, plug a few things in the back. So you've got the air assist thing here, blows air down the laser, keeping it nice and cool and moving dust and all that sort of stuff away. Obviously a power lead, a USB lead that you can connect to a computer, but in the end I do actually use Wi-Fi, and then another power lead just for that air assist thing. Obviously you have a good old lead at the back. This does have an extractor fan, so it will suck the air out and blow it down that tube.
So yeah, having the laser engraver out here is obviously so much better for me, even though it does obviously have the extractor fan and a hose at the back to take out all the fumes, dust, smells, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, obviously I can't really use it indoors because I can't have the windows open because it's cold and wet and rainy, windy, and a bit of snow the other week, which is mad. So yeah, laser engravers, keep outside now. Obviously all health and safety, guys. It's down to you to obviously be health and safety conscious when it comes to using these kind of machines. I do have a camera up there, so even though this is out in the garage, I can still watch it from the comforts of my desk, which is pretty cool. So yeah, lovely looking machine. Yeah, I do love enclosed machines as well. They always seem to sort of, again, this is straight out of the box, so that's what I love. So you're out of the box, you haven't got to put any bits together. You can just plug in the power, plug in the air assist, and away you go. So good old 3mm MDF sheets. Yeah, I love getting this stuff. I think I've got a pack of 30 for, I don't know, it's about £20-ish. I know it's like less than a pound a sheet. It's about 70-80p a sheet, which is pretty good. So yeah, making lots and lots of terrain. And so the great thing is the Wi-Fi reaches here from the house. So the Wi-Fi box, well, the house is probably 20-30 feet, and then obviously the Wi-Fi inside the house, but this connects perfectly to the Wi-Fi even though it is outside in a shed, and obviously my Wi-Fi is indoors, so a good 30 feet away. So MDF sheets is a case of just put them in the top,
Closing the lid, and then you're ready to go. So all the files I'm going to be showing you, I've got from one person, and that's Bilbo Stomper. They're over on Thingiverse, and I love Thingiverse because obviously everything over there is free. And this lovely gentleman, or chap, or chapess, I'm not too sure, has made a ton of free files for your laser engravers. So there's a whole variety of doors, platforms, stairways, little buildings, and yeah, all kinds of stuff. But the great thing is, obviously, it's modular, which we all love because then we can just make things up exactly how we want and mix and match things. So never two sort of matches are the same. But yes, I say links down below. Check out check out all the files from this this lovely chap or chapess. And the other great thing I love about the TOOCAA machines, they come with their own software. So if you are thinking about getting a laser engraver, not all of them do. And so the TOOCAA one is really simple, really easy to set up. Obviously made for their machines, so they connect really easily. So I've got mine going through Wi-Fi. And they're very easy to use. As you can see, you just drag and drop your items, and then you haven't got to worry about what speed or what temperature to go at. Yeah, this thing does it all itself. You just tell it what sort of material you're using. And the other great thing is this also levels the laser head. So there's no more having to adjust the laser head depending on the height of the material. This one, it does it for you, which is great. So this is where technology is obviously moving forward, and they do make machines so much easier to use because they do literally everything. Which I say, for people like me, getting on a bit, yeah, it's great. So I've done the leveling, then it goes around, does the framing, and then you're ready to cut. I love that, the fact that the laser or the head of the laser actually moves itself. So yeah, you haven't got to like undo some nuts, lower or raise the laser head depending on the height of the material. This automatically checks the height of the material, and it's good to go, which is a great plus. So guys, there are links down below. Check them out. Some of them are affiliate links. It doesn't cost you anything else, but obviously sometimes then I get a few pennies come back. And I say definitely go and check out the Tukan Nova laser engraver. Lovely machine. I do love these sort of compact ones that are all fully enclosed. It does mean that all the smells and everything else is going to be well and truly contained within the machine, and then obviously sucked out the exhaust and the pipe at the back, which is just awesome. So these really are sort of machines for everyone at home, really, which is just pretty cool. And I say the fact that I can watch mine on my screen, one of my desk working is just great. So it does mean I can sort of make sure, everything's working as it is. And yeah, again, I just love these machines. The way they cut is just awesome. And yeah, I've definitely been using them making a whole ton of stuff from MDF. You've seen quite a few videos where I make obviously terrain pieces, books to store miniatures, display cases, and so much more. Really, I absolutely love it. So with all these little bits that I do obviously poke out, so some of them just fall out on their own. Some you just got to poke out. All these little bits and pieces, I always keep them in a box as well. They'd make for obviously great greeblies. If I was making like a spaceship or any kind of thing really, I wanted to put a load of bits and pieces on. Yeah, so I always keep these little bits. Yeah, just because they're great to use in other stuff. But say the fact that it cuts so nice, so neat. Yeah, absolutely love it. And then say this chap who made all these. Say I keep saying chap. I know these days. Well, you don't know what to call people, to be honest. Yeah, amazing amount of stuff he's done, and the fact it's all free is just great. So obviously, once you've bought your laser engraver, I know there's obviously always an initial cost with things, but then yeah, things are so cheap to buy or to make. Say MDF, yeah, it doesn't cost much at all. Tons of free files out there for you to get, and then to sort of mess about and make your own kind of things. Yeah, making things in this is a lot easier than sort of 3D model making, because obviously everything's flat, even though you can then put things together to make 3D items, which is pretty cool. And I know I keep saying it, but I will eventually get around to making my own buildings. I want to do some like sort of fantasy stuff, medieval sort of buildings, and that kind of thing, and doing little stained glass as well, which would be pretty cool with this. So as I say, everything does go together really, really well. Sometimes it can be a little bit fiddly pushing the bits in, especially when you've got a camera right in your face and you can barely see what you're doing. But yeah, they do all slot in really nicely. I'm using a bit of PVA glue. Obviously, you feel like it's drying a lot quicker because this stuff is overnight. Yeah, use a bit of super glue. But either way, whatever you use, the wood will obviously sort of stick together really, really well. And say if it goes together really nicely, it always slots in, which is just great. And then obviously MDF, yeah, ready to paint, I guess. So I did a bit of a variety of bits and pieces. They were all very easy to build, and obviously the fact that they all just sort of link together is great. Especially obviously you can have loads of these sort of cross sections, walkways, and you can stack them on top of each other, which is great. So they're really good designed for obviously being very modular, and obviously the buildings as well. Obviously this is just a small selection. You can get enough parts to make a big sort of derelict sort of cathedral looking thing. But again, just nice, easy, fun terrain to use for a whole variety of like the Warhammer games, Kill Team, all that kind of stuff. But before I go and show you how I painted it, just want to again say if you are thinking about getting a laser engraver, now certainly is a great time. If you click on the link below, you currently get a 25% discount, which is just awesome. But say for me, it's the fact of the ease of using it. In fact, you can use it straight out of the box. It does its auto leveling of the head. It can recognize different materials if you get the ones from TOOCAA. And yeah, it's just an all-round great machine, really, really fast, Cuts like a treat. And the Wi-Fi is that great. I can have it out in the shed. Say it's at least 30 feet, 40 feet from where the Wi-Fi router is. And it works perfectly. So painting these, yeah, I'm keeping it really simple. I'm going to obviously prime them, but rather than prime them in black, I'm going to prime them in blue because obviously it gives them a colour straight away. But obviously everything looks far too neat and tidy. And if you've seen, well, a lot of my my builds, I do like things to look a little bit weathered. And by that, I mean rusty. Mainly because this is a great way of painting something fast without having to have too many technical skills, especially when you use this awesome stuff. Yeah, I've been using this quite a while now. You've seen quite a few videos, but this rust effect time map from Dirty Down. Yeah, I'll leave some links down below as well to where you can get this stuff. It is a case of you put it on neat. Obviously, I use some water there just to sort of weaken some areas down. And yeah, typically, I mean, this is where I always go over the top when I do washes and rust effects. I literally cover the whole thing, or try to cover the whole thing in this stuff. I also used a bit of the yellow rust just because I was kind of running out of the other one. And this is what you're left with. Yeah, I love the way this stuff dries because it really just makes it look like you need a tetanus jab just for holding it. So I've done all the pieces obviously in the same manner. Takes about 10-15 minutes, I suppose, for the paint to dry, especially when you water it down. But the great thing with watering it is you get some nice streak effects as well. But obviously I want to make this look like it is, well, metallic, or should be metallic. So simple bit of dry brushing. Again, just capturing all those edges. So it just gives them that worn look. And yeah, it's a real simple way of painting. Obviously, what you want to do next is apply some transfers and bits and pieces. But yeah, again, for me, it's nice and simple. It gets things ready to play on the tabletop. And yeah, obviously you could spend a lot longer doing stuff, but so for me, yeah, this is fine. So guys, check out the links down below. So the Tukan Nova laser engraver, it's an awesome machine, works amazingly well, and it's simple, which is great for people like me. So yeah, guys, don't forget to check out all the links down below. Like, share, subscribe, leave comments, all that sort of cool stuff. And anything you want to see me have a go at, guys, don't forget, let me know in the comments as well. If there's something you want to see me try and paint or build or make, or even use some sort of new hobby tool, yeah, let me know, because obviously I love trying out new things on this channel. Okay, before I start waffling on and on and on, you guys take care. See you in the next one. Bye for now.